Super CMG!
Welcome to the family.
This is how we doing.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
How would you do that? Oh, she said I'm a G. I don't care.
Ain't no time to cry, man. We gotta get this money. Hey, look. Look, ain't no time to be crying.
After fans discovered that Yo Gotti's alleged side girlfriend and potential baby mother is none other than his own artist, Layla Samia, his name is being dragged through the mud. Furthermore, Layla is not being cool at all. She is openly mocking Angela Simmons, saying things like, "I cannot even keep my man." Crazy, huh? However, it does not end there. Layla just released a video that caused people to take notice. It showed her and Gotti growing too close, as if there was a genuine relationship between them, and now she is spiraling Angela. Rumor has it that she has been completely losing it behind the scenes, while Layla continues to stoke the flames by posting sleek content and appearing indifferent. Let us be honest, even though Angela and Gotti have not spoken to each other in public, you would think Gotti would lock in and keep it strong after all the chasing he did to obtain Angela. He has been acting as though he is still available, and Layla really stepped it up. She is now speculating that Gotti may be her child's father. The whole thing appears to be on the verge of blowing up, and the internet is going nuts. Here's the really bad part. The reason behind Layla's sudden outbursts is a mystery. Fans, however, had their theories. Some believe she is merely stirring things up to garner attention and is doing all of this for influence. Lately, her music has not been that popular. Rumor has it that she is creating all of this chaos to promote her upcoming song or album. To exacerbate the situation, she has been disparaging Angela on the internet, acting as though she snatched Gotti from her. Rumor has it that Layla did more than just disparage people online. No, it is said that she went far farther and gave Angela some crazy pictures and videos of herself and Gotti lying in bed together, such as, "That is really messy." According to sources, Angela lost it when Layla first dropped those receipts and even threw a fit on Gotti in private. This is where it becomes even more twisted though. Angela was making a concerted effort to keep things under wraps and save face, but some admirers had already noticed the turmoil.
So what was your initial plan? Because I watched one of your interviews, you said Yo Gotti found you because, like you said, you were doing your lay mixes, your covers of already popular songs. So when you hit the gram with it, was that your like idea, somebody's gonna find me, I'm gonna get signed?
So actually I was in college for nursing. So I started off in college, wanted to be a nurse, but that's when I started to post the videos and started to get love. I feel like I was just doing what I love to do.
She tried to twist the tale and kept silent so it would not appear as though she was being played. Gospel of the City hinted that either Gotti and Angela were no longer together or that she was being betrayed back in 2023. Why? Because Gotti and his nurse Boo were seen together at the Area Hotel in Vegas. The identity of the mystery woman was unknown at the time. But you know what? Layla was supposedly that nurse, and a plot twist follows. Before being signed to a record label, Layla really pursued her studies to become a licensed nurse. So bang, now that everything's coming together, it appears quite suspicious. Angela accepted Gotti back despite everything. That man realized he needed to make a great impression on her, so he did. On Angela's birthday, Gotti reportedly spent about $500,000. We are discussing an over $300,000 crocodile Himalaya Kelly Birkin bag. Additionally, he sent a matching diamond Himalaya watch, which is valued at approximately $100,000. The wallet would be seriously harmed by that.
The station?
Yeah.
I asked that because I watched the interview, one of your interviews too. You said you once DM'd Yo Gotti as one of the people you were like,
yeah,
and that he eventually, opened it once found your music. So speak on that a little bit.
I actually DM'd him and I DM'd Jermaine Dupri. That's what manifested. And praying.
When Angela opened those presents, she was utterly taken aback. According to an insider, the sight before her was amazing. According to the insider, Gotti enjoys making a huge splash on Angela's birthday. He loves to flaunt himself with unique, uncommon gifts that no one else can match. Of all, it is part of the cosmetic procedure after a significant relationship conflict. When you are spending that much money, they temporarily patch things up after that birthday flex. Gotti informed Angela that she was the only person he desired and vowed to stop playing around. Sounds lovely. Until it was discovered that he had supposedly continued to sneak around with Layla during that entire period.
Super CMG.
Welcome to the family.
That's how we doing.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
How would you do that? Oh, she said I'm a G. I don't care.
Ain't no time to cry, man. We gotta get this money. Hey, look. Look, ain't no time to be crying.
This is not even close to being covered by Messi. There is more though. From the beginning, fans believe Layla had her sights set on Gotti. Some people even think she had this planned out from the beginning. Why? In an interview, Layla acknowledged that she had already materialized being with Gotti before they had ever met. Yes, that is exactly how she stated it. Let us go back a little. Layla gained notoriety in 2022 when she became the first female signee to Gotti's label, CMG. A few weeks later, Gotti gave her an entire Lamborghini, a special pink car. According to rumors, Chloe and Halle received about $1 million on a 6-album deal when she signed them to Parkwood Entertainment. For 6 complete projects, that comes to about $500,000 each. We have all heard artists complain about how the industry takes advantage of them and how labels underpay them despite their impressive performance. Not to mention that he gave her a chain that was iced out in addition to a few other ostentatious gifts. This am not only label boss conduct, people said. Naturally, rumors began to circulate that Gotti and Layla might be working on a secret project behind Angela's back. This is where everything really comes into play though. Do you recall all the gossip that Gotti had gotten his side girl pregnant? Yeah. Everyone now believes that Layla is the unidentified baby mother. The timing was what truly made people talk. Layla was pregnant at the exact moment that rumors began to circulate that Gotti was expecting a hidden child. Coincidence? Not in the opinion of fans. But wait, the story did not end there, because being extremely nosy is one of the things that the internet is notorious for. Layla had to learn that lesson the hard way. After fans began making connections, they dug deep and discovered everything they could. For months, Layla remained silent about who her baby daddy was, despite constant pressure from followers. Furthermore, she has yet to reveal the name. That is why people began to assemble. The man is either married or a well-known celebrity who is unable to go public with her, which is most likely why she is keeping it that secret. The rumors regarding Yo Gotti really began to gain traction at that point. The evidence was mounting, particularly when you consider how emotionally invested Angela Simmons was in the situation. Being cheated on by someone you know personally is even more difficult than being cheated on yourself. That is not the same as disrespect. Remember that Gotti was already stating that Angela was the person he desired back in 2015. He did not hold back at all when he rapped about her in his song Down in the DM. He made it quite obvious. All I did was follow Angela Simmons. I have a thing for Angela Simmons, boy. Who does that, like? Everyone was saying, whoa, Gotti really went bold with it in that bar. No response, nothing. No repost, just icy quiet. People were left scratching their brains by that. Some believed they might be trying to move in silence and keep things private, but they weren't. Eventually, Angela broke the ice and put an end to all of that conversation. She made it plain that she was flattered by the attention. No romance was in progress. Even though Gotti was playing like a pro, Angela was not feeling it at the moment. She gave him a strong, smooth curve. Fans, however, did not believe that Angela and Gotti were merely friends, particularly after it was revealed that they had been communicating behind the scenes for some time.
Yeah, he came to my event.
We saw he gave you some flowers.
Yeah, they were really nice.
But y'all not together in that?
No.
He shot his shot though.
He's a nice guy, and I'm flattered by everything. But
Everything altered as a result. When Angela invited Gotti to the launch party for her brand FFG, things truly started to change. Additionally, this was not a case of a random guest list. When Gotti arrived, the cameras captured them looking quite close, smiling as if they were something more. They did not appear to be simply pals. On social media, that moment became viral. Convinced that something genuine was finally occurring, fans went bananas. Come on, I mean. For years, Gotti had been putting his heart into his rhymes while singing about her. And here they were at her function. Look looking like a real couple. People quickly made the connection from a song shout out to a real life pull up. The crush had finally jumped off the train and into reality, according to People. Many followers were giving the issue the side eye, claiming that the enthusiasm in those photos did not match what she said. The way they exchanged glances, the internet detective said it was too cozy to be merely buddies. In a few interviews, Gotti ultimately co-signed Angela's version. He acknowledged that while he was sending her presents and flowers, Angela was not feeling the same way. She maintained a courteous demeanor, but she was not about romance. Not in those days. People first genuinely felt sorry for Gotti. He seemed to be at the top of his game, risking everything to be rejected. However, as it happens, that may not have been the case. He nonchalantly revealed spending $100,000 on one of his baby moms for Valentine's Day in one interview. Yeah, $100,000. He did not, however, state that they were still together. But really, who would spend that much money on someone they have moved on from? At that point, people began to side-eye everything and stopped feeling guilty. The compassion, gone. Everything would make sense if she knew that he was still pregnant, even if it was not official. Why continue to amuse someone who has unresolved business elsewhere? And to be honest, people found that much more logical than the notion that Angela had no interest in him. Then, without warning, Angela revealed something shocking to everyone. She declared her engagement. The internet went crazy. No one even knew she had a man, much less that she was secretly organizing an entire wedding. The engagement seemed to be spontaneous since she kept it so low-key. Before anyone had a chance to process the news, Angela abruptly announced that she was expecting a child. Yes, her first child was on the way. Social media was in a chokehold after 2 announcements in quick succession. The fans were taken aback, shocked, confused. She seems to have changed the plot overnight. Let us be honest now. Gotti must have been in the studio somewhere. The lights are off. Turn on the phone. Do not bother. Sad songs fill the playlist. He felt a certain way about the whole thing, perhaps with a title like that. The baby, the engagement. The words made it clear that it had him tight. Gotti expressed his emotions in the song Save It For Me. That is my number, Angela, he said. Man, I thought I had her. Mary was handcuffed. It infuriated me. I honor it. I am going on. However, the reality is that Gotti was obviously upset over Angela's departure. With the heartbreak bars, it sounds very Drake-like. Let us discuss the real kicker though. At the same time, he was freely acknowledging that he was still playing around with his baby mama. For example, gentlemen, you were out here spending $100,000 on Valentine's Day presents, going above and beyond for a different woman. Because the internet did what it always does when news of Angela's engagement broke. It went deep. Serious prior accusations involving violence and other troubling circumstances were reported. It quickly caused others to raise their eyebrows. People were truly shaken. There were a lot of headlines. Social media was ablaze with cautions and inquiries, such as how Angela, who was renowned for her impeccable appearance, solid background, and well-developed brand, got the whole circumstance did not fit the Angela that fans believed they knew, leaving them perplexed. All of a sudden, a whole new discourse revolved around her romantic life. Not even for a moment did Angela give up. She stood 10 toes down next to her fiancé as people came to talk about him and his past. She did not skirt the issue or offer an explanation. Rather, she publicly stood up for him, claiming that although he had made some poor decisions in the past, he had matured and was now headed in a better direction. Receipts began appearing online, pictures, screenshots, everything. And Angela did not back down even then. She continued to ignore it, making every effort to keep the relationship intact in the eyes of the public, and it became official in 2017. Angela declared that they were no longer together. Over. Fans went into overdrive, of course. This must be it, they believed. Gotti's pivotal moment. Angela would finally give him a chance after all those years of pursuing him, tweeting about her, rapping about her, and remaining faithful from a distance. Right? Wrong. Angela gave him the most courteous curve. No thanks. Just a simple thank you. She continued to ignore him. Gotti got curved once more, and instead of dating him, she began dating someone else different. Serge Ibaka is an NBA player. However, things happened so quickly that you probably missed it if you blinked. They were united 1 minute and then the next minute engaged to a man with such a past. Nobody anticipated this particular turn of events. Alright, Gotti's time must now come. Angela appeared hand in hand with professional boxer Daniel Jacobs in 2020, and many were beginning to feel sorry for Gotti by then. It was getting far too clear. Anyone but him seemed to be Angela's type. It felt like a whole real-life romantic comedy comedy at this point, but Gotti was forced to play the underdog who kept getting curved. Let us be honest. For at then 5 years, Gotti had been openly smitten on Angela. That is more time than it takes to relocate across the nation, start a career, and earn a degree. The fans were so worn out that they asked, "Bruh, when are you gonna let this go?" The group chat was worn out. It appeared that Gotti eventually received the memo. Yaya Sandoval was the new woman he began dating. It appeared for a moment that he had moved on from the Angela predicament. Yaya herself attested to it. She posted up with Gotti on New Year's. And when someone said, "I think he has a thing on Angela," Yaya quickly responded, "Not no more." But wait, Gotti pulled a fast one just 2 weeks into the new year, so you guys gave that relationship much too much credit. He ended his relationship with Yaya. She even stated in one interview that she was amenable to marriage. She said, "I am happy, I am in a terrific relationship, and I love him. So yes, I am content, I am cool. Like, I have discovered that you simply have to adapt to the pace of your current situation. Nothing needs to be hurried. Things happen when they are supposed to." She was radiant. "I simply feel like he is one of my biggest inspirations," she said, referring to Gotti as her influence. "He motivates me to improve myself. Simply said, I am thrilled with him. He seems like a wonderful person to me. Wishes she had followed her gut and never looked back." Angela finally gave Gotti a chance after curving him for 7 long years. What did she receive in exchange? Public humiliation. He apparently gets another woman pregnant after 2 years of dating. Not just any lady either, but the one who has been publicly making fun of Angela on the internet. Angela now has to cope with both the drama and the criticism of the baby mama. It would be an understatement to say. The question now is, what comes next? Will Angela permanently leave? Or is she going to support her partner and endure the chaos together? Tell me what you all think. Is Angela better off staying in Gotti or leaving? Please share your opinions in the comment section below. Remember to watch this next video as well. It becomes even more bizarre.